Okay, thank you for joining our welcome to Happy Pocket Full of Money again. Here we are starting back at the self, the architect of the universe. So your soul is the part of you closest to the source of all that is. It is an individuation of the source in the image and likeness of the source. Your soul knows and perceives a lot more than your physical body and mind does. Your soul communicates with your mind through your body using feelings and intuition. Listen to your feelings and intuition always if you wish to speed up your growth and reduce unnecessary setbacks and suffering. So the author here is, I guess, taking the soul and the closeness to as the Christian theology is that we're created in God's image or something like that. But anyway, I can interpret this as saying that definitely we have a connection to God, the source, and that we can get that we can receive a lot of blessings if we just make supplication to God and request certain things. So I am wealth, I am abundance, I am joy. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. You are a soul with a body, a mind, a personality, and an ego. Knowing this and knowing that what a soul is makes a huge and empowering difference in the acquisition of wealth. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Meditation places you in direct contact with the unified field of consciousness, unified mind, and infinite intelligence. Through meditation or prayer, a completely new world will open up to you. Through meditation, you will find calmness, wisdom, and inspiration. It is yet another way toward wealth and many other things. It is the home of infinite wealth consciousness, and you are welcome to it anytime. So, if we're feeling like we're stuck, raise your hands up and just pray, or just do what you do. Meditate, put your mind in that calmness state, and you're going to find yourself get unstuck. It's amazing how that works. You find that connection to the source, to God, and you can actually find you're going to be amazed that you'll come up with epiphanies. Epiphanies will start coming to you, and that you're like, oh wow, I figured this out without even asking somebody. But you ask God, and He will give you. I am wealth. I'm abundance. I am joy. Inspiration and desire come from the soul, seeking expression and manifestation into the physical world. One fast track to get to where you are going is to pay attention to your desires and inspirations. Develop your intuition. I am wealth. I'm abundance. I am joy. Mind, body, and spirit are all connected. One way to think of it is to see the mind as the subtlest part of the body, and the body as the most solid part of the mind. By living in this knowledge, by treating mind, body, and spirit with equal importance, care, and attention, you grow fastest and get wealthy fastest. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. The root of a bulb, which shall produce a white lily, is an unsightly thing. One might look upon it with disgust, but how foolish we should be to condemn the bulb for its appearance when we know the lily is within it. The root is perfect after its kind. It is a perfect but incomplete lily, and so we must learn to look upon every man and woman, no matter how unlovely in outward manifestation. They are perfect in their stage of being, and they are becoming complete. Behold, it is all very good. It will make an immense difference with your faith and spirit, whether you look upon civilization as a good thing, which is becoming better, or as a bad and evil thing, which is decaying. One viewpoint gives you an advancing and expanding mind, and the other gives you a descending and decreasing mind. One viewpoint will make you grow greater, and the other will inevitably cause you to grow smaller. One will enable you to work for the eternal things, to do large works in a great way, toward the completing of all that is incomplete and inharmonious. Toward the completing of all that is incomplete and inharmonious. And the other will make you a mere patchwork reformer, working almost without hope to save a few lost souls from what will grow to consider a lost and doomed world. So you see, it makes a vast difference to you, this matter of the social viewpoint. All's right with the world. Nothing can be possibly wrong, but my personal attitude, and I will make that right. Nothing can be possibly wrong but my personal attitude, and I will make that right. I will see the facts of nature and all the events, circumstances, and conditions of society, politics, government, and industry from the highest viewpoint. It is all perfect, though incomplete. It is all the handiwork of God. Behold, it is all very good. James Allen. That's a very positive perspective. Always knowing that some things, although they're not complete, that might be the reason why they don't look so good to you. But the fact is that they have a higher potential. So give everybody the benefit of the doubt and give yourself the benefit of the doubt. If things aren't working for you right now, know that they can, and you just have to keep pushing through it. It's just incomplete. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. How do you start doing all these things? Just start doing them now. It's that simple. Just do it now. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Your truth is always truest to you. Truth is personal and ever-changing. Even though you should surround yourself with experts, advisors, and good books, always follow what rings true to you. Do not follow external sources blindly. Check them with yourself. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. The source always talks to all of us through all forms of internal and external communication, always in all ways. It is we who shut out that communication. Start paying attention to the movies you watch, the TV shows you see, the magazines you read, the people you talk to, the events of life that you watch, and the intuition you have. All these and many more carry messages for your advancement, messages from the source. Simply be open and willing. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Act as if you are already wealthy, for you are. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. There are no real limits other than those you set on yourself. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Already become unstoppable by refusing to stop. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Robert Strauss said, it's a little like wrestling a gorilla. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the gorilla is tired. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You have more potential in you than you can possibly use up in an entire lifetime or in several lifetimes even. Stop making up excuses and believing in limits. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. By our inherent nature, we have limitless potential and abilities. I can't doesn't exist. It is an illusion. Nothing outside yourself can hold you back. What is holding you back then? I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. It's time for us to crush those excuses, rip them out of our vocabulary, and just do it. Your soul is that part of you that is closest to God, the source. Again, the author speaking about the soul and God. Your soul speaks to your mind through feelings and intuition. Listen to your feelings and intuition. Honor them over any conflicting thoughts and emotions. Be careful, though, because some thoughts and emotions camouflage themselves as feelings. But be still, and you can distinguish between them. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. The desires that you suppress become depressions, and that leads to even worse. It can sometimes lead to unhealthy ways to fulfill those suppressed desires. Express your desires, and you create life and joy. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Persist in following your feelings and intuition. They are your closest communications with the source. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. See this clearly and live your life at all times with this in mind, and your power increases. I believe we might have had a chat. Somebody mentioned something in the chat. Love the way you read this, Ahmed. Way better than the audiobook I have. Oh, thank you. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. See this clearly and live your life at all times with this in mind, and your power increases. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. I am. This is your new way of making statements. I am. The universe absolutely listens to whatever you place after the phrase, I am. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. I am happy. You need nothing outside of yourself to be wealthy. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Freedom. It is your nature. Keep it and express it. Allow others to keep and express their freedom. I am health. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Stop choosing what has to be chosen for you by others and start choosing your own. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Meditate every day, even just for 15 minutes twice a day. This connects you with the source, lets you know your true nature, brings inspiration and thoughts, and shows you the ultimate reality. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You are who you say you are. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Experiences are within you, not outside. For example, two people can take the same roller coaster ride in an amusement park. One walks out of that ride very happy, elated, and thrilled, and the effects of that over a lifetime are positive, for everything is a cause of something else. The other person may walk out of that same ride full of fear and shock, and the effects of that over a lifetime are negative. The same ride was experienced in two very different ways by two different people. No experience exists outside of the person experiencing it. Even what you would consider a terrible event is joyous to someone somewhere. The point is, choose to experience things positively. Choose positively, and your life will be positive. The meaning of everything is the meaning you give it, and your experiences are what you say they are. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. The next time a situation comes up, see it as the illusion it is. Decide the experience you will have of it. Then recreate yourself anew so that the illusions change to your liking. This is so for financial situations and all other situations in life. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You keep saying this to yourself and you believe in it, then you're going to find these things coming to you. A healthy person is usually in a better position to create wealth. Health is an indication of agreement between your body, mind, and spirit. Lack of health is caused by a disagreement between these three. For example, a mind with negative thoughts and anger causes an unhealthy body. A body that is not rested, nourished, and exercised, and kept free of toxins kills the mind. Listen to, notice, and honor what signs your body, mind, and spirit give you. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. A daily combination of exercise and meditation raises your energy levels and positive emotions, leaving you in an extremely powerful position to create wealth and growth. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Remember, I am. The universe, the source, manifests to perfection all your I am statements and states of being made with certainty. The only time in the universe is now, the present time. I am works and is in agreement with the ever-present time of now by being in present tense. I will be barely makes it. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Freedom. Maintain yours and allow others theirs. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Do not take life too seriously. Enjoy it. Play with it like a child. Laugh at every corner. Joy is your true nature, and aligning with your true nature boosts your acquisition of wealth. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Rest and eat properly. Recharge your mind and body's energy system. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You become more conscious of your unconscious aspects by raising your awareness. You do this by deciding to be aware of all your thoughts and actions, watchful and guiding of them. You enhance this greatly by meditation. A good one is the Vipassana, insight, mindfulness meditation technique. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Here is an amazing truth. As you enrich your inner self with enlightenments, your outer self will grow correspondingly richer. Yet you will become more and more indifferent to riches, and riches will let go of their obsessive hold on you. You will finally become a naturally and automatically wealthy person with the carefree abandon of a child, and you will enjoy freely. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Desires indicate to you things that you have a built-in ability for. You may have never piloted an airplane before, but if you have a desire to do so, it shows you that yourself has the ability in nature to be able to learn and pilot a plane. Truth, yourself, truth, I think it is truth. Yourself knows all there is to know. But a desire shows you that you, at the higher level of your soul, are fully supporting that desire to pilot planes. And the whole universe will be there to assist in it manifesting. It is advisable for a person to follow their desires in business as well. This way you have proof that you will be able to do what you desire and you will enjoy it. Desires also indicate to you which parts of yourself that are calling out for attention and evolution, growth, or working out to perfection. Desires are signals from the self. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Let us revisit time. You now know what time is. It is an illusion created by the way of your consciousness, the way your consciousness sees small portions of the whole space-time continuum at a go. Remember the example of the football field in the chapter on time? You saw that an object in that field sees events taking time as it moves across the field from one event to the other. But the field itself sees all events as being on it simultaneously. For the field, there is no time, only an ever-present moment of now, whereby all events, all objects on the field are taking place at the same time. In that example, your consciousness is the object on the field. So what is the field? It is your spirit or soul. You may have imagined that your spirit is the same size as your consciousness, but in fact, it is much larger than that. It covers all aspects of your life, even those that you are not awake to, not conscious of. It is right now in your past and future. It is right now in your past and future, but you are only awake to the part of it in your present. Your spirit is eternal, and its presence is timeless. But your consciousness is not. It is multidimensional, while your consciousness is usually four-dimensional. The point here is this. Your spirit communicates to you through intuition and feelings. It knows your future, all possible combinations of it. In fact, but it needs your consciousness to experience what it knows. In fact, it knows everything, but it needs consciousness in a physical plane to experience what it knows conceptually. Yourself knows exactly what time each event in your future will take place. Exactly what you need now to make it take place then. But your future is not fixed. It changes with every choice you make. But whatever choice you make, it knows the series of events after that. And if you wish to get to a certain point in your life in the future, it knows how to get there exactly, step by step. It's pretty much saying just listen to your intuition, listen to yourself. There's an old saying that says, when spirit commands, the universe obeys. To the spirit, everything is instant, for it is all over the field at the same time. A big reason that you experience non-instantaneous gratification of your wishes is because you may not be listening to the spirit. The main reason that things seem to take time to become from when you wish them to be to when you experience them is that you may not be listening to the spirit. If you are aware of what the spirit is choosing at every stage, and you know this through intuition and feelings, you would choose the same. And as soon as you choose, you would find that what you chose has popped up right in your face, ready to be experienced. Try to see this. Your spirit has everything instantaneously. There are no delays between choice and having, but your consciousness usually experiences a delay. That delay is caused by differences in the choice between what your ego, your personality here on earth, chooses and what yourself chooses. Remember, you are yourself, but you also have an ego and a personality in mind. So all choices are yours, but your spirit choices are the most powerful, so to speak, yet all choices are acted upon by the universe. If your self-choice, so all choices are yours, but your spirit choices are the most powerful, so to speak, yet all choices are acted upon by the universe. If your self chooses to experience a choice called A1 and your ego chooses A2, you will get to A2, but you will find the delay in time due to the confusion both choices pass into the universe. But if you chose A1 and the spirit chooses A1, then you will find no delay at all. People now call these occurrences synchronicity. It happens when you think of something or a person, and immediately when you think is that same thing or person coincidentally appears or calls you, they call you right then, and you say, wow, what a coincidence. But it's not a coincidence. It is just unison between spirit choices and ego, mind, and emotional choices. All your other parts choose or chose what your spirit part chose, and the result of the choice was instantaneous. This happens to me all the time. I'll be sitting there thinking about somebody and they'll just call me right there. You see, your desires arise from the spirit. Spirit chooses just the right sequence of events to arrive at a desired end. Remember, you are your spirit. So these are your choices, but you have many components and levels, some that you are not conscious of unless you choose to be. Fear is the world of ego. So are emotions and non-detachment and so on. These things inhibit instantaneous manifestation of your choices. Even if you were to know what spirit is choosing, and fear is false evidence appearing real. Remember, fear, false evidence appearing real. That's all fear is. Emotions are past conditioning. They're reactions instead of creation. And life is about creation. Non-detachment rises out of fear, out of illusion that loss and failure are actual existence. Learn to be aware, intuitive, detached, and creative instead of reactive. Start seeing fear as false evidence appearing real, and you will start to experience more and more of your choices the instant you make them, or very soon after you make them. Learn to trust your intuition. Realize that you are a soul and your true nature is indestructible and all-knowing, literally located everywhere, and you have it all. Your body and ego are just illusions made to enable you to experience yourself. You, at the level of spirit, are in your future even right now as you read this. Why then would you fear the next moment? It is already taken care of by you, and you cannot possibly hurt yourself. Even death, the things that people fear most, is senseless to fear. Think about it. If the spirit was done with its body, what can the body possibly do to prevent the spirit from leaving and taking away life? Nothing. If spirit chooses to move on, that is it. It cannot be trapped. And what can the body do to leave the spirit if spirit still needs the body? Nothing. Spirit is in past, present, and future and can see things that body cannot. Body cannot conspire against the spirit. Do you see how ego fights a fruitless war of fear against death and everything else? Do you see how fear itself is the destroyer? Spirit loses nothing. It cannot possibly lose. It knows that even after the body dies, changes form, spirit is still intact as it was before. And it is all good. It is ego that fears death, and only because death is unknown. People who know death cease to fear it, as you may have heard. Now, think about your birth. Just as you may not be aware of all the choices you are making as spirit, you most likely are unaware of the choices you made with regard to your birth. That does not mean there were no choices made. You chose a purpose, as we saw in the chapter on purpose. You had many purposes, desires, and wishes for further growth in various aspects. You chose the exact right circumstances, body, configuration, and location to be born in to fulfill your desires, purposes, choices for growth, and to stop believing in certain illusions. At every moment, you sent yourself the right people and things in your life to take you to the next step. Sometimes your ego refused to take them, but nevertheless, you send them. Do you start? 1 second. Priya Anabaman Hagidwati. Please, Sibini Dwati. Okay, Sibini Dwati. You chose a purpose as we saw in the chapter on purpose. You had many purposes, desires, and wishes for further growth in various aspects. You chose the exact right circumstances, body, configuration, and location to be born in to fulfill your desires, purposes, choices for growth, and to stop believing in certain illusions. At every moment, you sent yourself the right people and things in your life to take you to the next step. Sometimes your ego refused to take them, but nevertheless, you sent them. Do you start to see how it all works? If you're still not convinced, think about this. Why do people say when they are thinking of suicide, I can't live with myself anymore? Look at that statement. They're two people in one. It is like a person saying, I cannot live with this other guy anymore, yet it is two individuals in one. One of them feels immortal and desires to end association with the other, which is one of them feels immortal and desires to end associations with the other, which it knows is mortal, and the other where the suffering is coming from. Deep within everybody, there is knowledge that we are an immortal soul with a mortal illusionary body and ego. All suffering comes from believing that our illusionary part is the real part. It is when we live in the illusion instead of using it as we came to do that we cause pain and lack. The illusions are very necessary. They are beautiful things, but start using them instead of living in them. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. Vipassana, insight or mindfulness, meditation takes your awareness to the level where you can watch your subconscious mind create thought. You can actually observe your sponsoring thoughts. It gives you a chance to fix your subconscious and ego through a process called mindfulness. It also takes you to levels beyond the subconscious. It is a wonderful tool. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. You are the spirit, not your body, personality, conditions, or anything else. Your spirit is eternal and all that is. Your spirit is real. You are spirit. You are real. The real creates the illusion, not the other way around. Let me see how much more we have in this chapter. Just a little bit. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. The spirit or soul chooses a purpose or purposes when it chooses to manifest itself as a human being on earth. This purpose is co-chosen with all other spirits, with the one. It chooses what it wishes to experience in this physical plane. It gets a body and mind to experience these things. Now it communicates to the body and mind through desires. Now it communicates to the body and mind through desires and feelings, but it never enforces its choices. Body and mind are free to choose whether or not to experience those desires. Often, out of fear or past conditioning, they choose not. Yet the desire does not go away. It remains until fulfilled. When the body and mind are in disagreement or opposition to the soul, a person will experience dissatisfaction. When body, mind, and soul agree, the creative force is phenomenal. Waiting ends, and joyous experience occurs without resistance. The soul then knows itself experientially. At all times, you are free to choose what you wish to experience. And at all times, your soul communicates to you, but you can choose not to listen, as many people have often done in the past. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. As in A Course in Miracles, it says, nothing real can be threatened. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. All other things held constant, to the extent that an individual or society lives as souls with bodies and minds and egos instead of the other way around, they will have wealth and happiness. The greatest advice that can be given to you now is this: meditate daily. If you do not go within, you go without. Meditation takes you in to meet yourself in infinity. It cannot be explained, only experienced. Talking about infinity, let's take a brief look at the one. Next chapter that we'll go over next time is one, all that is. I would love to hear from you guys. We have just a few more minutes before we're going to close this one. Sunny?
Well, first you read it so well.
Thanks.
Definitely. Yeah, I've heard this like I've listened to this chapter before. I haven't read the book. I just find it a very hard read. Listening is easier, and with you reading it was easier. I missed a few parts though, but I love the part where, well, I definitely love that I am wealth, I am abundance, I'm joy, which keeps coming back and back and back, and it's kind of gets into your head. But yeah, like I love the part about I am, like saying I am statements. That's what I'm working on these days, because I have this tendency of saying I need to, or I will, or I have to. So I'm changing that into I am, right? So that's big, and it does make a difference to your mindset, definitely. And yeah, meditation. I find it hard to shut down my brain. But yes, first thing in the morning, I've been doing that every single day. Even if I do it for 10 minutes, I've been doing it. Sometimes I fall back asleep. But meditation helps. It helps to calm down your brain so much.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
share a little bit about a tangible experience you had with meditation and how that helped you?
Um, okay. So whenever I am going through that negative mindset,
Mhm.
like I've been doing it almost every day. Some days I skip, but mostly every day. But I don't, other than, just learning something new, because I do guided meditation. So other than just those affirmations, I don't find something big. But, the days that I'm going through something negative, I find that, there are those days where you're like, okay, what, nothing is working or whatever. Or like even yesterday, my husband just left for his new job in a different city. So, we were kind of in that sad or whatever you want to call it. So last night I actually did meditation before going to bed, and it helped me. It helped me to quiet down those negatives and helped me to kind of focus on the positives, that, oh, you know what, at least he has a job. We know people who have been laid off and have been looking for a year now,
That's true.
right? We know people who had to move back to their country because they didn't get a job here. Like we know two couples who've done that. So, it made me focus on that positive side of it, that, at least he got a job. He didn't have to be at home for too long. The other positive was that, this helps me with my business, because I was considering I might have to go back to work, but now, I can keep continuing to focus on that since.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that definitely helped me yesterday after the meditation. And the one I did was on Hope by Deepak Chopra. So in
Okay.
that, yeah, so it talks about hope and how hope can be negative as well, because if we keep just hoping that, oh, I'm gonna rely on hope and not do any inspired action, it
Yeah.
can be negative. So it talked about how hope can be positive in your life, and it talked about there's a quote by Maya Angelou that hope and fear cannot reside in the same at the
Yeah.
same space in the same time.
Yeah.
Have to choose one of them. So, it kind of helped me to bring that positive mindset back.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. I don't
I
know if
wanted
you.
to touch a bit about the whole soul and choosing its purpose and stuff, and it's a co-choice with the rest of the souls and God and stuff like that. I mean, I think the author probably believes in like maybe reincarnation or something like that. And I just wanted to touch on what I believe in that regard is that all of our souls, yeah, there is a bit of like everlasting, not exactly everlasting. They were created and they're going to end, and only the everlasting thing is God. The only thing is that they were in existence before they were entered into our bodies. That's
Mhm.
what I believe.
Yeah.
And God has created all the souls, and when He created them, basically He had them witness that He is their creator, so that we know who our creator is. We
Yeah.
even knew that before we were born,
Yeah.
and that we know what our purpose is. Ultimately, our purpose is to worship the one who created us. That's what I believe. Okay, and it's because our souls are going to bear witness on the day of judgment to that to that knowledge that we have, that innate
I need
to that innate
I did it on that story.
let me just mute you for a second. The word escapes me now. In Arabic, it's called fitra. Maybe Salah, if you're there, you can tell me what that is in English. Instinct.
The covenant you have.
That covenant that we had with God, but that is an instinct. It's instinctual worship of God, and knowing that's our purpose, But it can manifest itself in different ways, right? So, taking care of your family is part of worshiping your Lord, right? Just being a good person, right? Just following the commandments, that's part of worshiping God. Sharing a smile. That's part of worshiping God. Just all these things. And then you choose your purpose. And I think that, yeah, everybody, that's,
And being
mhm.
and being awesome. That's all. Being awesome in this world. Being just being
Yeah.
just adding to this world, like being a positive being, in a positive, like, anything you touch that. So, like in simplicity, you add to this world instead of destroying it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I wanted to touch on the whole purpose. So I have a belief in fate, in that, okay, you have to go. Well, thank you for joining. Okay. I'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
later.
much. Bye.
Absolutely. Bye. So I believe in fate. I believe in divine decree, but at the same time, I believe that we have free will, and so there's like a balance between having that predetermined purpose, or rather a predetermined course of action, and choosing your own course. So you can always change your course of action by having that connection to the one, to the source, to God, by praying, to supplicating to God, and basically asking for the things that He's already pretty much guaranteed that you will get whatever you ask for, as long as you do ask. It might not be manifested in the way that you imagined at first. It might come to you in a way that exactly how you asked for it. It might come to you in a way, and another way, in that it will be preventing something harmful for you, and it might also come for you in the afterlife, not necessarily in this world. So just wanted to touch on those things, because when I read this stuff, sometimes I'll stop and I'll go and, like, uh, I'll reconcile it with what I already believe, or what I choose to give out to the world, and sometimes I'll just do it at the end. So that's why I want to go ahead and do that at the end. So I want to take us home. We have like 30 seconds.
I guess that's it. We're done then. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much for attending. That was a good one. I'll talk to you guys next Monday. Bye.
Yeah.